Hit the like and subscribe. Here we have West Coast rap legend. Matter of fact, not even West Coast rap legend. Rap legend. Snoop Dogg. Looks like he done partnered, at least publicly anyway. You know, you got to play ball in Hollywood. But publicly, he done partnered himself up with the Alphabet People. Let's read this. Snoop Dogg partners with GLAAD and uses his animated children to show to support LGBTQ plus, a lot of long acronym, families after light year same-sex couple controversy. Quote, inclusion is powerful.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now I'm going to go through this thread here because they have the whole thing pretty much. So let me find his original comments. So here we have his original comments. Snoop Dogg says he's, quote, scared to go to the movies after watching the movie Lightyear with his grandson and seeing an LGBTQ plus couple. Let's listen.
My grandson to see what was the movie with Buzz Light?
Toy Story?
Not that one, but
the new Buzz. The Lightyear. I think it's called Lightyear.
Yeah, with Keke Palmer's in that movie.
Okay.
She plays like the daughter. So we watching it, and the lady, which is Keke's mama, they move on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like, man, she had a baby with a woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh, shit. I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey, man, watch the movie. They just said she had a baby. They both women's. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, it fucked me. I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
So those were his original comments, basically saying he took his grandson to a children's movie and he ends up getting put in the hot seat, getting asked to explain, quote unquote, LGBTQ plus nonsense. There was nothing wrong with that statement. Nothing.
Message.
And if it would have been me, I would have stood on business. Stood 10 toes down on what I said. I want biological grandchildren. I want to have a family structure similar to what I have. Say what you want about Snoop Doggy Dogg. Has he been a stellar example of how to live your life? No. But he has been married to his wife for 30 years. He did raise a family. So when you have your grandkid with you, you don't want your grandkid to explore alternative lifestyles. You just don't. Just be a productive, quote unquote, normal person. I'm sure he don't want his grandkid gang banging. I'm sure he don't want his grandkid doing drugs, being an addict. I'm sure he doesn't want that either. But if he said those things, nobody would have a problem. It's only a problem with the Alphabet People. Now let's go ahead and go to him bending the knee. Let's see what he had to say, because I haven't heard it yet. All right, so we came to the front of the post. Let's get into it.
the same. But the one thing that's for certain is the love won't change. Families are special, they are so unique. Everybody's got a purpose more than what you see. We love you, parents. We love you so. We appreciate you. You ought to know. We love our family. We love our friends. We're purpose more than what.
Wow, wow, wow.
Love is love. Love is love. Yeah, love is love. Love who you are.
Different families make us all great. There's no debate. That's how we relate. Love is patient. Love is grace. Love is safe. A real magical place. I'm proud to love. I'm proud of you. I love my parents. They love you too.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
So there you have it. I'll let all that nonsense play. Snoop Dogg is, and again, look, you cannot be in this industry as long as he has been, be featured as prominently as he has been, without bending the knee. Holly Weird is full of a bunch of degenerates in numerous ways, but definitely sexual degenerates. And as you know, I mean, we got the details of the Diddy trial, right? Man, Hollywood got things going on that would make that look like a Boy Scout meeting. You understand me? These people are sick. Sick, you understand? So yeah. Anyway, let's get the rest of this nonsense here, but just understand these people are mascots. What do they call what's the saying for it? Empty suit. You're just a person who's just thrown out there to push a narrative. You don't have any substance. Snoop Doggy Dogg don't have no substance. Yeah? But I'm going to give him a chance here. Let's listen to what he had to say here.
Love is Love is a record that my kids program, Doggyland, presented me, where it's the song where it's teaching love is love. It's teaching parenthood. It's teaching the situations that kids and the world is going through right now in a beautiful way through song, dance, melody, and just trying to get more understanding, clarity on how we live and the way we live. And I felt like this music is a beautiful, bridge to bringing understanding. This is a program that we've been doing for years where we involve kids, and these are things that kids have questions about. So now hopefully we can help answer these questions and, help them to live a happy life and understand that love is love.
So I don't want this to be, but you heard he said initially. He said it was something that was brought to him. Something that was brought to him by his quote unquote team. He said this. All right. You know what? I'm gonna go slightly beneath the surface here. I try not to do these things on this channel, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it. But I'm gonna let him finish talking.
Amen. Like we've seen.
This clown said amen.
Shut up.
Now, this man here on the right does not believe in the Lord of the Bible. You know that. It's obvious, right? But anyway, let me let this nonsense finish.
Me and thank my mother, my grandmother, and the people that put that spirit in me as a kid because, we always tend to detour when we want to be grown and we want to try things on our own and we want to try to venture out. But it's always been instilled in my heart that to lead with love and to show love. And I feel like that's the reason why we're together. I think that's why we're able to, take our platforms to do the things that unite people. Because by seeing us together, it just shows that beautiful people are beautiful people. You don't have to put us in a box and think that I'm only supposed to hang with these type of people and you're only supposed to hang with those type of people. People are people. And one thing I love about music is the universal language of all people.
Amen.
So Jeremy, speaking to the parents in New York that you had an experience with, it makes me want to speak to the fact that it's a beautiful thing that kids can have parents of all walks and be able to be shown love, to be taught what love is, because hate is taught me, and thank my mother taught, and so is love. And I think that being able to have parents of all walks of life, whether it's two fathers, two mothers, whatever it is, love is the key. And I think these kids are being loved by these great parents that are, showing them an example of what family is. So I want to give a shout out to all of
Nigga, please.
I'm sorry. I know I said I was going to let it finish, but I am not. I cannot. My ears are bleeding from listening to this pandering nonsense from Snoop Dogg. The type of person I am. I'm not, you know what? Even in regards to myself, in regards to this channel that I'm building, I ain't pandering to nobody. If you listen to my stuff long enough, you will disagree with me. And that's fine. That's fine. You can disagree. We can agree to disagree. That's what life is about. You don't just go along with anything that somebody's doing just because, well, that's just how they want to live their life. What you talking about, man? That ain't what it is. So Snoop, again, pandering nonsense. So like I said, I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and go a little bit beneath the surface here. All right, so here we are on this Wikipedia page here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Deli Ma. Let's go ahead and read it. It's a Western, esoteric, and occult social or spiritual philosophy and a new religious movement founded in the early 1900s by Aleister Crowley. Now, I'll touch on a little something that I know about certain celebrities that subscribe to his beliefs, right? But early 1900s by Aleister Crowley, died in 1947, an English writer, mystic, occultist, and ceremonial magician. Okay? And if we zoom in on this picture, don't let it be lost on you what he's dressed like. All these things are linked to the ancient Kemetic religious belief system, going back to Semiramis, Tammuz, Cush, Nimrod, and so forth. It all goes back to the Bible. They come from the line of Ham, okay? So let me finish reading this. Again, like I said, this is going to be surface level. I do not have the time to dig deep into this. I don't get paid for any of this. Anyway, even doing this is doing too much, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, central to Thelema is the concept of discovering and following one's, quote, true will, okay? And divine individual purpose that transcends ordinary desires. Again, divine and individual purpose that transcends ordinary desires. All right? Crowley's system begins with the book of the law, a text that he mentioned was dictated to him by a non-corporal entity named Iwas. This work outlines key principles, including the axioms, do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. And here's the key point here, which is why I'm even reading this. Love is the law. Love under will. Again, love, quote unquote, love is the law. Love under will, emphasizing personal, quote unquote, freedom and the pursuit of one's true path. Why would you have to say love is the law? If we're just talking about, let's just say, being the best person you can possibly be. That's not what this is saying. It's saying give in to your carnal desires, whatever they may be. So, in regards to the light year, families come in different I almost said shapes, but families come in different forms, right? You might have two mommies, you might have two daddies, according to Snoop Dogg, right? But when you follow this belief system, the belief system of Hollyweird, by the way, and it doesn't take, if you do a smidgen of research on this ideology and the history behind it, you have a much better understanding of what you see on your television. A much better understanding, okay? But again, at the end of the day, what does this say? Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. And love is the law, okay? So basically, just long story short, this is Luciferianism. That's all it is. It's Luciferianism. And you can go through, like I said, the next one. The Thelemic cosmology features deities inspired by, quote, ancient Egyptian religion, which is ancient Kemet. The Kemetic deities. All right? So, like I said, Semiramis, Tammuz, Cush, and Nimrod, which, of course, they come from the line of Noah, who was tasked with repopulating the earth after the Great Flood, okay? So, of course, he had three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, okay? Ham, his line was the one that went left, okay? He's the father of Cush, grandfather of Nimrod, and it just, everything went left, right? With Cush, basically, Tower of Babel. Like I said, I'm not going to go too deep into this, but I say all that to say, that's what this stuff is based in. Read your Bible, you have a better understanding of these things. Now, in regards to other celebrities who are, you know what I'm saying, with the program. Here's Jay-Z. Yeah. Jay-Z, and I think isn't he worth like $1.5 billion right now? And is in control of the NFL halftime show and for the Super Bowl, and keeps getting these sweetheart deals. Was able to sell Rockaware for way more than what it was worth when it was worthless. Was able to sell Tidal, which nobody is subscribed to Sprint, which was a failing company, for hundreds of millions of dollars, increasing its value, right? He's not going to be allowed to fail as long as he keeps playing ball. Period. Let's read this little caption here. Here's Jay-Z, and I think this picture, because you see he's wearing a "Do What Thou Wilt" hoodie, right? "Do What Thou Wilt" hoodie. We just went over what that comes from, right? Here's Jay-Z, and I think it was the On to the Next One video. "Do What Thou Wilt" sweatshirt. This is a direct quote from one of the most infamous Satanists to ever live, Aleister Crowley, who fully believed in and practiced sexual occult magic. All right? The NPR in 2009 attempted to brush it off as not a big deal, but knowing what we know now, this is no coincidence. What will be coming out about Jay-Z and Beyonce? How old is this tweet here? October 2024. So basically, this is just showing you that this is what you got to do in order to keep your position. You got to play ball. You got to sacrifice, allegedly. You have to participate in quote unquote sex magic, allegedly. These are the things that you allegedly have to do in order to keep your spot. That's why when you have certain people that buck up against the system, things start happening to them. Some charges get popped up. It's usually sexual. Usually, right? Usually you get some form of sexual charges put on you. And then they take your money. And then that's it. You cooked. Diddy. Don't you dare try to get compensated for your work, your blood, sweat, and tears. How dare you try to come against us? We're going to embarrass you publicly. Oh, Tupac Shakur. Yeah, we're going to put some trumped up rape charges on you, allegedly. Oh, Bill Cosby, you want to make some power moves? Okay, all right. We're going to have some dusty broads from 1960 say that they were scared to come against America's dad in 1960. The Cosby Show came on in 1984. He wasn't even America's dad yet. They can't even make up competent stories. Yeah. So anyway, this is just showing you what Snoop Dogg is in. Okay? He's in deep, bruv. He's in deep. So when we get headlines like this, just understand that there's a reason for this. Let's go through some comments and get on out of here. What is this? GMT underscore Poe. Clown. That's right. Let's see. What's this? T the Don or Tay the Don. Snoop been doing a good job ruining his legacy lately. It's time he retires, brother. He ain't going nowhere until they done with him. And when they done with him, they gonna be done with him for real. Mela Styles. Tupac said Snoop was a flip-flopper back in 95.
Message.
Mela Styles, baby, you right. Tupac kicked Snoop to the curb. He understood that the dude is just gonna ride the wave, bruh. You can't be with people who's gonna ride the wave. You can't keep them close to you. You cannot. Too easy for them to waver. You cannot do it. You see some wishy-washy person around them, you keep them at arm's distance. You don't keep them close to you. Mela Styles, you 100% right. Ashlyn Forever 777 sold out. Entertainment Takeover underscore. I'm glad using the LGBT organization. See, he says, see what I did there? That he switched his tune, but it feels like Snoop blows with the wind these days, which leads me to believe that nothing is really authentic about his choices.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Brother, what you talking about? Just like Mela Styles said, this ain't nothing new, bruh. Grow up. Let's see. Angel Quinn Tarot Vibe. Still canceled in my book. See, this reply says, facts. All right, NYC. Cross the gem. I see all y'all getting down to New York, huh? Belize. My Dior. Didn't Tupac warn people about him or something years ago? Absolutely. I'm about to say, and this person is actually touching on it. The Strawberry Tupac couldn't warn anyone about anything. He wasn't living the life he talked about either. Now, here's the thing. Was Tupac Shakur, and especially as somebody who's the age I'm in my early 40s, if Tupac Shakur said to do something, brother, I would have did it. Right? He could have put the battery in the brother's back. Now, he did cut ties with Snoop. He did. Because he realized he couldn't trust him. He's wishy-washy. So that's what Belize, my dear, and Mela Styles were talking about. Now, I was trying to find the original post for this so I can go through the comments, because people were pretty much agreeing with what Snoop Dogg said. So I'm going to read a couple comments, then I'm going to go to something I found that was disturbing. Said ain't smooth. Snoop is no different than Diddy and the rest of them. Only difference is he knows where his bread is buttered. Exactly. You can't buck against the system, bro. You buck against the system, they gonna come for you. Oh, just juicy. The kids need to be kids. Why are they in adults' business now? That's my point. That's my point. Children don't need to be exposed to everything out the doggone womb. Give them a chance to mature. They're too impressionable. You have no idea. They will go anywhere the wind blows. It can be hard getting a kid to pick what they want for breakfast, let alone how they want to, or what type of sexual lifestyle they want to live. We talking about, bruh? So, oh, just juicy. Baby, I agree with you. Let's see. Alexis _ I don't trust anything Snoop does because it's always attached to a check. Exactly. Exactly. Last one. Then I'm going to go to the comments that I was speaking of a second ago. Snoop goes with anything. Just made the comments about the movie you took your kid to. She means grandkid. And then you come back with this, a joke, laughing, crying emoji. Exactly. Then people got in his ear. They told him, brother, this ain't going to work. You want to keep getting this paper? You better come out publicly and make a stand, a public stand. Now, I saw this and it was kind of alarming. So, of course, he made the statements on the It's Giving podcast with Sarah Fontenot, right? Who I've been intending on making videos about for a minute, but I don't have a time. Because she's been spitting some nonsense on that doggone podcast and other people's podcasts as well. The alarming thing to me is these comments, bro. Amy Hollisell. I love Snoop. He did nothing wrong. Stand by your truth, friend. There you go. We starting off right. But we about to go down a slippery slope. Blonde 08. Families coming in all forms. Would have been a quick and easy one during the movie. Who is this? Blonde 08.
That is f***ing stupid. Wake up.
It don't work like that. That's not how it works. You don't just say families come in quote unquote all forms. What if a 40-year-old wanted to marry a 12-year-old? That'd be all forms, right? And that's allegedly, that's where they're trying to get y'all to. Being comfortable with that. You understand me? That's what it is. When they talk about love is quote unquote love, that means anything goes. That's why you got these celebrities coming out as quote unquote pansexual. Pansexual means all encompassing. It means everything. It don't mean I'll just get down with a man or a woman. That's not what it means. It means anything. And that's how they get down in Hollywood. So we got this dude here. Talon MC, Snoop is right. In Circle promo says just say adoption. One Pretty Honey Bee. I work in Sandy Springs near a fertility office. Y'all want me to stop by and grab some pamphlets or literature as I head home to clear the confusion? Baby, it sounds like One Pretty Honey Bee. It sounds like you're the one who was confused. Matter of fact, let's see. Oh, she's got her pronouns, she, her, in her bio here. Pick here. Of course, we tatted up sleeve. All right. Tatted up. Let's see. How do we get all the way down there? Oh, wait, I saw a rainbow somewhere. No, it wasn't that. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Today was a special day. My love did a thing. You know, the late, great Kevin Samuels, bruh. He called it out. He called it out.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
These broads are confused. They don't know what they're doing out here. They're just out here. But what do I tell y'all? Watch out for these broads tatted up like this and stuff like that. Don't think that they above laying up with a female, even though they sitting across the dinner table from you. And you may be spending hundreds of dollars on a meal to try to get to know them and do something with them. You gotta be careful with these bras, bro. Oh, and the dreads too. Dreaded up chicks, nuts. Matter of fact, they both got dreads. Her and her girlfriend. Yeah. Let's see. Miss Trina Turner, I agree, we don't need kids. Need that in kids' movies. Easy. Can't they just have some regular stuff? There we go. I'll read these couple and then I'm gonna get on out. Rat _ Cvent _ second. Why does it matter? People get so upset if a gay or lesbian couple are in movies, but gay, lesbian, bi, any LGBTQ people watch movies with straight relationships, not just kids movies, all movies. Yes, kids have questions. We all had questions as kids. Just say they adopted the kid and they're just two women in love.
Shit.
No, that's not what you say. And once we get the Patreon popping, I'll tell you what you say to that nonsense. Oh, Lord have mercy. Meme 0429. Expose them to what exactly? I'm confused. A couple having a child? Simple answer. Either A, they adopted, or B, one of the women carried. Y'all doing too much. How do you explain when a sexual couple has a heterosexual couple has a baby? Oh, you know what? Here's the funny part about that. That's a hard explanation as well, because you don't want to expose children to sex too early. So that is a hard question to answer. You just say the baby got dropped off. Mommy and daddy created a baby. Then they're going to become adults. And they're going to realize, oh, here it is. Either they adopted or B, one of the women carried. What did they carry? Ma'am, what did they carry? Where'd the seed come from? So now you got to go different layers, because you can't create children out of same-sex relationships. That's the whole point. It's impossible. So if you got two broads, where'd the kid come from? So now you got to explain IVF, or the more feminine one laid up with a dude and let him ski dinner so that she could carry the kid, and then the masculine one can play daddy. You hear that nonsense? Because that would be the truth. Anyway, let me know what y'all think about this, y'all. Is Snoop Dogg doing the right thing? Is he just being open-minded? Or is he bending the knee to the Hollywood alphabet person mafia? Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like, subscribe. Till next time, I'm out.